And good evening, everybody, and welcome in to the Farm to Table Show, Homestead Sunday, hanging with the homies. Right now, it is Ryan, and I am here by myself, waiting for the homies to come in, including my brother George. I mean Keith. Uh, he will be joining me shortly. He's kind of running a little behind today. Had quite the busy day. If you're watching this later, just kind of know this first little bit's going to be a short, brief pause. I know people are over on Wild Huckleberry and a few other places. And unfortunately, I was. Hey, Scotty, what's so good about it, Ella? Thank you, Scotty. No, listen, hey, it's good. It's all good, Scotty. It's all good. Anyway, no, he had a busy day today. And hey, Serena Norell, nice to see you. Anyway, we're for those who may watch later. Everybody will be in. There's Rebecca, Touch by Yarn. So we had this little bit of delay before everybody moving over. It's the good thing about it. Hey, Joey Bartlett, glad to see you in. We're just hanging out tonight. We'll catch up. I'm gonna probably hang for a few minutes, give Keith a little bit of time to maybe join in before we get too deep into it. There's Monty and Michelle, Red Dirt Rooster Road. Glad to see y'all guys. And anyway, we're going to hang tight tonight. We're going to go over again the upcoming events and highlighting a few. And I had a new one added into the end of the list down here, and so we'll be getting onto that. And I'm going to share this, Scotty. 20 or more inches of snow. That is crazy, man. I mean, I know y'all are getting hit up there. I'd heard about the east getting hit, but that is crazy. 20 or more inches. They predicted that for us one time earlier this year, and we didn't quite get that much. And let's see. There's Robbie in, and yeah, I mean George. He was late getting done. He's been working on one of his properties, and they were tied up all day, so he will be in a little bit. And let's see. What do you call government money? I'm gonna go ahead and put this over there. What do you call government money given to people who start farms or gardens? Seed money. That's a good one, Serena. That's a good one. I like that. That's funny. But anyway, that's funny. I like that. Seed money. Well, we all need some seed money, don't we? But anyway, so yeah, everybody's kind of piling in here. It's been good. I missed y'all guys last week. Would like thought I might make it in, but we were a lot going on that day, and it was just late getting in, and by the time we got here, there was just no way I was gonna make it in. It was like Sunday seemed so far away last week, but anyway, we hey Troy Sutton, good to see you, buddy. Um, and so yeah, it has been quite the week. Unfortunate. Part of an unfortunate thing, I guess depends on unfortunate. It is a difficult thing. One of my son-in-law's father passed away this week, and so we had his funeral yesterday, and I was asked to officiate, if you will, or whatever you want to say, eulogize him. I had become a friend over the years, and so it was an honor to get to do that. But that was rough, and man, we've had vehicles breaking and water leaks in one of our rent houses, and just yeah, it's just been a week. I don't know about y'all. Some days, some weeks, it's like, is it really all going to hit at the same time? But don't want to sound like I'm complaining because I'm blessed beyond what I deserve. But anyway, it's just been a very, very busy week. And so it was literally sliding in here, getting some dinner, and getting things set up. I didn't have anything scheduled, so that may hinder some people knowing we're even here, as I didn't get it scheduled a day ahead of time. But anyway, hope everything's going well in y'all's world, and hope that everybody's doing well out there this week. And man, I know uh, Robbie and Sonia were just talking about a lot of their stuff, and they got on the subject of broccoli. We're not going down the subject of broccoli over here. Not my thing. But anyway, glad y'all like it that do like it. I'm going to go ahead and pin up at the very top of the chat is the link if anybody does feel the need to, or the desire, want to, and able to join in on the panel. Join in up there. You're more than welcome to jump on. The link is up there, and we can talk about whatever, and we'll talk about some of these events that are coming up. And I thought I would wait on George, my brother Keith, as Robbie and them started calling him George earlier, which was funny. But anyway, we'll start working through. Uh, through some of that here, and it's good to be here, Robbie, and this world famous hat brand that has now traveled the United States. I think I took it to Minnesota, wore it there and back, so it's now a traveled hat. But anyway, so good to be with everybody tonight. Kind of going to go ahead and I'll give Keith a few minutes. We can kind of talk about. I'm going to jump out of order. I want to talk about the meetups. 10 Killer YouTube Meetup is the first one coming up this year. Let me see if I can pull that information over. Kind of do this one out of order. That one right there. It is. Let me see. Show on stream. Why am I not? There it goes. Okay. Weird. Anyway, my whole thing is weird over here. Try this again. Sorry, I'm having one of those moments technically. I don't know. There we go. We got to get this. There we go. Get that where everybody can see that. That way I'm not just reading, because we do have people that follow on other things, and so they'll be able to see it across the things. Anyway, 10 Killer YouTube Meetup is April 17th and 19th. Now, we'll back up here in just a bit and talk about Okie Homestead Expo, because Robbie corrected me, but I think we're about 25 days in a wake up, 26 days to the Okie Homestead Expo. Hard to believe it's that close. But anyway, the 10 Killer YouTube Meetup. And how far is Lake 10 Killer from Oklahoma City? Let me think. I don't know. It's not more than, I don't know. I don't think hour to 2 hours. I guess probably a couple of hours. I would think, Serena, about I think it's at anyway, the information is on Facebook. You can do 10 Killer YouTuber Meetup or YouTube Meetup on Facebook, and it will bring some information up. Also, Amy Leonard with Leonard Mountain Homestead just put out a video, and that's kind of what I was going to talk about. Apparently this year they're opening. Yes, Edward Braden, glad to see you in the chat. Yes, we are. We're back, sort of. What we're doing, just so you know, I'll get back on subject in a minute, Edward. What we're doing is every other Sunday at 7:00. Our friend Rebecca, Touched by Yarn, is doing first and third, if I got that right, and we're doing second, fourth. But either way, whatever it turns out to, it's every other Sunday. So we'll be here tonight, and then in 2 weeks we'll be back at 7. Next week will be Rebecca, Touched by Yarn, filling in. So that way it's not that heavy of a schedule, but we can still get on here and talk about things and hang out with our friends. And Edward was one of our followers when we were doing the morning show, and got in with us there. And he and I messenger back and forth some. He sends me links to stuff, and occasionally I find one that is worthy of sending to him. But anyway, yes, 26 days, Okie Homestead Expo. But here at 10 Killer YouTuber Meetup, Lake 10 Killer, Oklahoma, April 17th to the 19th, 2026. You can find more information, like I said, on Facebook and also on Leonard Mountain Homestead. They put out a video. And what the change is this year, that's quite interesting. And I'm not sure. I think I feel good about it. But anyway, is that this is not just, it is a YouTuber Meetup, but you don't have to have a YouTube channel, is what they're saying. Basically, it's open to fans or followers, or like some of y'all that get in the chat with us, that maybe you don't have a channel, but you are a part of our community and you're a part of what we do. And so that the map says it's about 2.5 hours. Okay, all right, thank you, Robbie, I appreciate that. I wasn't sure exactly how long it would take from there. I'm spoiled. It's like literally about 45 minutes from my house to the campground up there. But anywhere they're hosting it. But again, like I said, it is available on YouTube, or not. There is a YouTube about it, but it's available on Facebook, and so I didn't pull that link up, but I didn't get a chance to copy it. But I wanted to kind of make note of that change on this particular event, that they're saying, hey, if you're a fan, or if you're a friend of the program, so to speak, just kind of whether you have a channel and produce content or not, that it's open. And so that's a very important distinction. So glad to have that happening there. And Keith and I have been trying to discuss being in two places at once, or how we're going to divide that weekend, because also that weekend is the Central Arkansas Homestead Conference, April 17th and 8th at the Conway Expo Center in Conway, Arkansas. CentralARHomesteading.com. I will pull that up. That's that one there. That's what it looks like on their page. Let me pull this up, and let me share this. I meant to share this. Okay, let's see. Let's share that one. Okay. All right. Yeah. This is that's their page right there. It's what it looks like when you come to it. And let's see, where am I at here? Yeah. So April 17th and 18th, noon to 8 p.m. on that Friday. Important thing to note is noon to 8 p.m. on that Friday, and then 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. on Saturday. A lot of speakers. They've got the schedule out on there already. They've added some things this week. Been some add-ins. Of course, keynote. Joel Salatin and Sean Passara from the Mindful Farm. I know him. David Stelzer. Many of y'all have seen him. And several others, to include our friend Dwayne Hall. So, yeah, Robbie, I'm with you. You know, and I know where you were at with that, and that's where we were at. Let's see. Okay. All right. Gotta love you. Gotta love this guy. Okay. So I'm gonna be doing a little something behind the scenes here for just a second while I get let me see where we at. Copy the invite link. I gotta send this over to Keith. So y'all just hang with me for a minute. He's having a technical difficulty, and I'm helping him out. Let's see. And let's see, where are we at here? Come on. Maybe it's going to think about it. Okay. Trying to open up my email. So y'all guys get to hang with me for just a second. I'm going to email Keith over. He's having a hard time finding. Let's see. Paste. Send anyway. All right. So I'm back with y'all guys. Yeah. Anyway, I would like, we were like, we were going to go to Central Arkansas, uh, and that was our plan, um, to do that. And yeah, so Rebecca put this up talking about who's live. I'm gonna pull this down, and I'm gonna hide this for a second. Um, and let me get that over there, Rebecca. So yeah, I know it's in the comment. So Edward, you had asked live the 1st, 15th, and 29th in March. So she's got three dates in March, and we'll have the two in between. And so we'll figure all that out. Let me see. I'm going to pull this up, Edward, because I know that you've sent it. Serena, it does. The Arkansas conference does overlap. And
So she's
come
got.
on in here, bro. You're in. You're hot. You're live.
Okay.
Hey, welcome in, George.
I don't know what's up. I wonder, has anybody had any problems with? Maybe I need to do a Chrome update or something, but it wouldn't let me in.
I
So
don't
I'm
know.
on my phone.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's different. You need to get that thing on a tripod or a stand or something, because I can't do your shaky vision.
Okay. I'm just trying to get it to where it'll stand up by itself there.
Hope everybody didn't, took your medicine before you seen that. Anyway, yes, Serena, Central Arkansas Conference does overlap with 10 Killer, and that is the pain of that. and as Robbie said, it hurts to be on these lives, people talking about 10 killer and knowing he's not going. So yeah, it's we understand, and I we were pretty well solid on the Central Arkansas, and we're still going to go. We still want to go to that one, but man, when we found out that Scotty with Lone Cross Scotty and Karen were going to be there, and Troy was going to be there, and Robbie said hello, George.
Uh,
Yeah. Anyway, once we found out they were going to be there, we're like, we got to figure out how to balance this thing, and so we're working on those details. I'm going to share this, and I'm sharing it so I can try to find a pen and write it down. I'm ill prepared. I was telling them earlier, it's like my day was. I think you had sent that to me already, but let's see, Midwest preparedness. Um, yeah, man. There's the good pen. All right, I knew I had one in here. Um, Midwest Preparedness Project, and I have been on to that, uh, um, onto their page, and it's very interesting. Some of the stuff they have there. It's May 7th. I'm writing it down, Edward, so I can add it in. 8th, 9th. Put it on my actual list. Clinton Lake, Lawrence, Kansas. Anyway, from what I've read, and Edward, you can correct us in there on that a little bit. Uh, it's kind of a good crossover of things, but a lot of things being preparedness. But people go check that out. It is you can find that Midwest Preparedness Project. You can find that, I believe, on Facebook. But anyway, I've checked them, I've looked at it before, and anyway, we're checking out, and I've got that written down, Edward. So I'll get that into my list of events coming up, and point people that way that may be interested. Anyway, let's see where we at. Um, Daylight savings times begin March 8th. Well, thank you, Serena, for that. Uh, yeah, that's coming. Not fast enough. Where'd George go? Uh-oh, he hit the wrong button. Uh-oh, he went black. Well, he'll come back in a minute. Um, and so I appreciate you letting us know that, because yeah, I'm looking forward to that. Yeah, not really. I hate spring forward, lose an hour, so to speak. The sleep gets messed up. That's what I know. Hey, Dakota, good to see you in. Yeah, Robbie, I'm with you as far as who you're going to miss. And Troy's sitting right there. I'll be at site. There we go. Let's try it again. Whoa, hey, where did you go, man? All right, hang on. I got to kill you off of one, and there we go. Get you on the other. All right, we got you in now.
that's weird.
I know, dude. You're having problems tonight. Anyway, um, yeah. So Troy will be on site the 26th for 10 killer. So on site. Oh, at site 26. I got you. Okay, yeah. And let's see. Back in April, not sure what I will be able to do my live on, because I'll be at 10 killer that day. All depends on your setup, Serena. I know I was able to go live on my phone there. We had enough internet. Troy will be right next to Amy. Bro, what are you doing? Anyway, all right. I keep losing bro. We'll see what happens to him. But anyway, yeah, we'll take that one out. Well, there's technical difficulties happening over there. And hey, Chris, good to see you in. And they'll be at 10 Killer as well. Yeah, lots of folks going to be there. And Keith and I have been trying to figure out a balance plan. Because, like I said, for me, it's not that far from my house. It's a little further for Keith to get in from where he lives. I can take those back country roads that if you know, you know. And can be there pretty quick. But so trying to figure out, like everything else, and I've not sat down with my chief of staff to really go over the dates and things of that nature. So I still got to do that. Site TKL. There you go. I like there. And so anyway, yeah, that's coming up that weekend, and it's I mean, I was telling Keith the other day, we were talking about it. It's one of those things that you got to be there to experience. We can talk about it all day long, and it's a great conversation. But until you've been there to one of these events, and got to hang out with everybody. It's kind of a hard to explain. But I'm going to back up for a minute because we are going to talk about this one right here, because this one right here is 26 days away for those who 25, I'm sorry, 25, 25, 26, I don't know. It's March 20th and 21st, and today's the 22nd of February. So there you go. That's what we're going on. Um, yeah. Now, Serena, Mid America, which we'll talk about here briefly, I'll go over to. That's in the middle of May. They've been moving around. They've done it at Eufaula and Ten Killer, and now they're going to Texoma. So that one maybe, Thunderbird, one of those types might be something that happens in the future, because Mike and Terry and them have been moving that one around to different lakes. So who knows what might happen there. But anyway, Okie Homestead Expo, though, is coming up to 2024. Like I said, 25 days away. Let me go over here. Let me share this. Let me see. Okay, and share. Yeah, so there it is. I mean, you can get merch tickets Friday, March 20th, March 21st. And the schedule's out. Sean and Beth Dougherty, Dr. Temple Grandin, Ruth Ann Zimmerman, Dr. Jones is going to be there. Man, so many of our other friends. Of course, David Stelzer with them. Chris Boggs, Anna. I mean, there's just, of course, our friend Dwayne. Dwayne killing me. Dwayne Hall and Pat will be there. Bob Ryder with Olive Branch Aquaponics is going to be there. There is just a ton of people. Brandon Shear's going to be doing some Meat Smith stuff again. Justin Scott, Honey. I mean, it's just, the list isn't crazy. Anyway, you can get tickets for that. They still got tickets. This is year 5 there. So anyway, you see some of that. But that's Okie. Anyway, hey, Shane, Farm All and Boards, welcome in, buddy. Welcome in. I enjoyed attending. It was first meetup, and I didn't know what to expect. I've kept up with several folks I met there. That's what Robbie shared, and that's the coolness of the of those events. It is the connections and putting faces. And Serena, you say you didn't go last year, meetup too far. For some people, the travel is a challenge to that, and it's a. And so, Now you said, Robbie, you said it's just going to be you at Okie this year, right? I know Sandra's got some other stuff. She's got some other stuff going on. But anyway, so that one's happening. I'm gonna go ahead and move forward. Keith will be, like I said, everybody, Okie's out there. There's a lot of stuff out there with Okie. This next one, I remembered it from last year, but it popped up. I got some information on it. Now we're gonna try this again, bro. All right.
So does that mean if it don't work out this time, I'm not allowed back in?
Now, of course, you're always allowed back in.
Okay.
And you're hitting.
I swear.
Stop touching buttons. Stop touching buttons.
Okay, anyway. My hands are where you can see them. Hands up.
You having a Mr. P twitch going on over there?
Something like that.
Yeah.
Go ahead. What are y'all talking about?
Anyway, well, we were just talking about Ten Killer, and of course how much fun it is, and the fact of who all's going to be there. And Serena Norella brought up about the overlapping with Central Arkansas. It looked like they overlapped, and they do.
Yeah.
We were kind of catching up on that, and Robbie's in pain listening to us, people talk about the people going to be there, because he ain't going to be able to, he's going to be down at Central. And we got Monty and Michelle, we got Chris, we got a lot of people hanging out in here. We got quite a crowd. Scotty was in earlier chiming around, and so we got a lot of folks in. But anyway, and so then we were kind of catching up with. I went over Central our side of the dates. I went over. We were just talking about Okie being 25 days away.
I know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, and yeah. So there's that, and kind of catching up, and uh, out of practice is the problem. Scotty said, "I like that." Yes, Scotty. Well,
Technology is the problem. I'll tell you, I believe what just happened with me had something to do with this whole Google Chrome change to Gemini stuff.
I refuse to give in.
Yeah. So I'm not in Google Chrome right now. That's why it's working.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I haven't
Okay.
ever used Chrome. I've never went on to Chrome, so
Really?
yeah, I've
All
stayed
right.
with the old school stuff. It works.
Now I'm on Safari right now.
Oh, well, it's working, so let's not mess with it.
Right. That's
But
what I
anyway,
think.
this event right here, I'm going to pull this up. I'm going to pull the lower third there up. The Shindig Ozark Living Expo. That's in Newton County Fairgrounds. It's Friday and Saturday, April 25th and 26th. So it's in the latter half of April. Now the
Hmm.
tickets are free, which is totally cool. But parking passes are a minimum of a $5 donation.
Okay.
Now, this is the one that Zach Bauer's the keynote speaker on.
Hmm.
Uh, and I had seen a little thing on their page the other day that he's going to have his wife with him. So the rare treat. I know, anyway, new change in Zach's life here in the last little while. But anyway, anyway, so that is that event. That is the add on that I just added to things. So it is in April, so I felt like it was important to bring it up. I'm going to share the screen right quick for that. And let's see. Okay. All right, we're gonna put y'all on the chat. There we go. Anyway, that's the page. You can go to newtoncountyshindig.com. Anyway, it's April 24th, 25th. They got a barn dance from 6 to 9 on Friday night for those who may be interested in going to that. So anyway, this is some of the videos from the years past, or some of the pictures rather. So they got live music all day, and it just brings a lot of stuff together. With homestead living and historical practices of the Ozark lifestyle. So anyway, and there's Zach and the Fuller Homestead. Brian Fuller is going to be there, and then Sarah Abrams Cheesemaker. So that's the three they had on their live music kids day car show on Saturday, and so yeah. Anyway, that's another Arkansas event. Like I said, Newton County Fairground, Jasper, Arkansas. So where that's at. But anyway, for those that don't know, Jasper, Arkansas, that was over in the home of Dog Patch. So for those
Dog
who
Patch. I
remember
remember
old,
Dog Patch.
yeah. So anyway, but yeah, so that was a recent post that I come up to. Newton County Fairgrounds, that is Jasper, Arkansas, and that is way, way up in north central Arkansas. So it's almost on the Missouri border up there. It's pretty far away. Even for us, it's a pretty good drive.
So Zach is the keynote speaker there.
Yeah.
Doesn't it make you wonder just a little what topic he's going to choose?
Given Zach, yeah.
Yeah.
But knowing the crowd there, because that is his backyard.
Yeah.
So, it'll be more homestead, Ozark living dream. I'm sure it'll be more off grid, that more direct to that. I don't know that he will get into his, some of his channel content or not, with a live crowd. And Serena, I haven't started seeds yet. They are still sitting in the bag. She had asked that if anyone had started seeds yet. I know some have. I've been seeing their posts, but mine are still sitting securely in their bag.
Well, Serena and everybody else, you might be able to answer a question for me. Will potatoes survive if we've already got them planted?
Hmm.
Because my wife had a bag of potatoes that had set there to the point that it had gotten the sprouts in them. She said, let's go plant these. So we cultivated a few tubs, and we put them in a couple of tubs. So
Well,
I was like, we may be a little too early for this. I
well.
don't know. Maybe somebody would
According
know.
to our handy dandy Clyde's garden planner,
That's what I'm missing.
how do you not have this anyway?
I have one
You just
somewhere.
got to find it anyway. According to that, in our zone here, March 15th would be your first planting.
So I'm
So
still 15 days.
you're a couple of weeks ahead of the 2 or 3 weeks, a couple of weeks ahead of the power curve there.
You know what, though? I think it's going to be all right.
I think so. I think you'll be okay. And you'll harvest them. Looks like you'll start harvesting them sometime in May and June. So
May and June. It's
yeah,
all right.
yeah.
Yeah.
But anyway, so yeah. If you get a chance, I'm down to my last one. I think I gave all the ones I had away. But yeah, if you get a chance, Clyde's Garden Planner, he is going to be at Okie and a few other places this year, so you'll get a chance to talk to Clyde. And it's got a fall and a summer, fall and spring, both seasons of planting. And anyway, it's just totally cool little tool I keep here by my desk. So, and I keep looking at those dates going, I got time. But anyway, so I don't know if anybody else has started seeds or not, or if they're, if we're, got seedlings going and all that type of stuff. But anyway, so yeah, I'm going to close some of these tabs so that way I don't get slowed down. I had like 7 to 6 tabs open. Anyway, let's see. Okay, Serena, here we go. Robbie said we put some seeds in the ground this weekend. We'll just have to see if we made a mistake.
Right. I think the only reason that they wouldn't make is if the frost gets them, right?
Yeah. Now Robbie's a little bit south of us, so he might get a.
He may have a different frost day.
He might have a different
He
one.
might be in a whole new zone.
Right. Cody's in. Shane Cody got to come in. If it Dan Rather and Walter Cronkite.
Nope, not even close.
Not even close. But anyway, so Serena says she's growing microgreens. Anyway, I've heard about that. I've seen them, and I've seen the trays. I've never done it, but
well, you can grow microgreens indoors all year.
Yeah, you do. Yeah, yeah. And but yeah, Robbie, I've been holding on. Of course, like I said, I'm so behind on everything, and it seems like you have a plan, and the world starts blowing up, and
the world has another plan.
They did, and I said this to somebody the other day, and I meant it when I said it, but boy, it's hard to implement. I said, if you don't plan, somebody else will plan it for you.
They'll plan it for you. You ain't kidding about that.
But
fate.
So anyway, those are the, just talking about events. And I mean, it's that time of year. People are getting the seedlings going on. Some have already, like I said, taken the jump. Long time no talk, everything. Yep. Okay, so they're in zone 8B. So yeah, that's
okay, right. Yeah, we're in 7B, I believe.
Yeah,
where I'm at.
Yeah. Hey, a lot of it just depends on what your last frost date is. That's the
Chris says she hasn't started anything yet.
Well, I imagine Chris and Dodge are just kind of waiting to make sure they're not going to get burned up. They've got fires down by their neighborhood.
And Joey Bartlett said she said she loves them.
Yeah.
See. Are you doing microgreens, Joey Bartlett?
She said she loves them. I don't know if she has.
Yeah, they taste better. You can tell.
Yeah. We haven't started any yet either. Yeah, and I think that's where a lot of people are at right now. We're just kind of, the weather going on. I mean, we got fires going on and everything else. And yeah, down at Chris and them, they got big fires going on down there in that part of the country.
Oh wow!
Yeah, and I've been following that and all that, and kind of scary times. And I think I seen Kristen post earlier. It's about 10 miles from their house. So yeah.
Oh my.
Yeah, but now let's see what
too close.
Start African Nunum basil.
Yeah.
Basil.
Or varieties of sweet peppers.
All right,
very good.
All right. Like to see that. I like to see people doing things. I know, I don't know if Troy's still hanging with us or if he popped off, but I have, but I don't have any going now. Is what Joey said. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. So, yeah. But and I was said he's in zone 5. I always told to plant potatoes on St. Patrick's Day. I start putting them on the ground the last week of February. Sometimes the leaves get frozen, but I still get potatoes. So. There we go. See, he's saying is you're probably going to be okay.
Yeah, I have.
Because he's a little further north of us.
Yeah, a little. Yeah. Zone 5. Yeah.
Yeah. But hey, I've known people to put them in February. That's not, in early March. So, and I've just not. Of course, I tried something different and a few years ago, and so I didn't get my potatoes did nothing. So I've got to work on that. I got to study some how to on potatoes, but um, for some reason my wife thinks she wants them, so but we've got some tomatoes we're going to do this year, and a couple 3 different varieties of that. We got some cucumbers, some squash, a few things like that, stuff we eat and like to have. So that's the plan anyway.
We got to get sweet potatoes in the ground. That's what I want.
Yeah, there you go. But anyway, um,
So
the next event on my list is New Beginnings, Homestead Expo, and that's
I
May.
just got an email from them.
I'm sure they're harassing me. Want to know if I'm doing. I need to reply to Chris. I really, really do.
Yes, he was wanting to know if you had thought it through and what you had intended to do
Yeah,
there.
I will. I need to message him. Like I was saying earlier, I haven't talked to the chief of staff, but anyway, so Yukon Gold works good for me, is what Edward said. So there we
Oh
go.
yeah.
I like them.
What is Yukon Gold?
A potato.
Apparently that's a
It's a potato. Yeah.
oh okay. It's a potato.
Yeah.
Yukon Gold.
Let's see. Serena says she's going to be growing loofah squash for the sponges, 1 vine this year, and 2 Georgia sweet candy roaster vines, as well as yellow straight neck and crook neck squash. And I don't know about that other stuff, but I love them straight neck squash. I love the yellow
Yeah.
squash. That's
Yeah. I like squash.
yeah. And so, yeah. And also going to be growing 9 tomato plants. Good grief. And, that's I don't know how many I'm going to end up with, but we're going to do some. But yeah, I need to get back with Chris, and Reeves and them and talk about that. But anyway, that's what I'm saying. New Beginnings Homestead Expo. That's in Nowata, Oklahoma, May 9th, and that is put on by Chris Reeves and them. I'll get more information up the next time we're here. And maybe have that pulled up. But anyway, this is I think the 3rd year. I think it's the 4th event, but the 3rd year, because they did 2 one year. But anyway, something like that. But it's a small little 1-day Saturday operation.
hmm
Um, and so it's pretty cool little ones. I know Dwayne and different ones have been involved with that, and so looking forward to that. And Mid America YouTube Meetup is Lake Texoma, Oklahoma this year. So they moved down south this year. They was at Eufaula last year. Mike and Terry from MT Homestead are the ones that head that up. And May 15th and 17th, 2025. Now back to 10 Killer. Now that's a lot of people involved. Chris and Amy Leonard, excuse me, and Johnny and Christine Gillum, and a lot of other people involved with that. Jesse and Lisa from Lazy Days Ahead, and a few things like that. But anyway, you can go on, like I said, to 10 Killer YouTube on Meetup on Facebook and find all that information. But now, Mid America YouTube, I'm not sure if they're on Facebook or not. I need to search that out. But I know you can go to MT Homestead and on YouTube and get a hold of Mike and Terry on that one. Man, this one, for those who may be interested, for those who like Off Grid with Doug and Stacy, and they've got the Homesteading Life Conference May 15th and 16th in Vandalia, Missouri. And you can find out more information at homesteadinglifeconference.com. And then Polyface Farm, up at Polyface Farm, Homesteaders of America has learned to homestead in a weekend. And that's at Polyface Farm this year, May 22nd, 23rd, Swoop, Virginia. You can find out more information at homesteadersofamerica.com.
That sounds like order yours today, a homestead in a box.
Right. Yeah. We get a homestead in a box. We had this crazy business idea the other day, folks. Let us know what you think. We had this crazy business. We get a 40-foot shipping container. We pack it with everything you need to start your homestead except for the livestock. And it arrives at your house, delivered, and you unpack and set up your homestead. What do you think?
Homestead in a box. I'm afraid that I stole the name, but not the idea.
Right, there you go. we might get in trouble for that one. Yeah, growing potatoes in an 8-pound potato bag, 8 potato bags in 8 potato bags. I've heard her doing the bag. I've seen that. Anyway, so and I've not done it, but I have seen the bags where they grow them in the bags. It's pretty cool, pretty neat. let's see where we at. Oh, the Homestead Festival, Hardison Mill Road. Let's see, that's Columbia, Tennessee. It's June 5th and 6th. That's Roy Feek's
Roy Feek's
operation.
place. Yeah,
That's
be a lot of people there.
6,000 of them. The homesteadfestival.com is where you can find information on that one.
Yes, sir.
Modern Homesteading Conference in Coeur d'Alene, Idaho at the Kootenai County Fairgrounds. That's June 26th and 27th. For those that may be up in the Northwest, good one there. Modernhomesteading.com. They're also on Facebook. Of course, we take a little break through the heat of the year, but then Ozarks Homesteading Expo, September 4th and 5th at Marshfield, Missouri. OzarksHomesteading.com. Cheryl and them got a great lineup this year. I'd seen it already on the page, and it's going to be another great year up there. I'll be sorry to be missing that one because a lot of our friends are up there.
Yeah.
But that's the weekend of my anniversary, so gotta do what I gotta do. That's priority. Oklahoma Homestead Rendezvous, since Chris is in the house anyway. September 25th and 26th at the Southeast Expo Center in McAllister, Oklahoma. And looking forward to that one this year, year 3. Can you believe it? Can you believe it? Anyway, so check that one out. You can find that at oklahomahomesteadrendezvous.org, or you can find it on Facebook, Oklahoma Homestead Rendezvous, or Hippie Callier Homestead, who's right here in the chat with us. Anyway, and then, of course, Homesteaders of America 2026 Conference, Warren County Fairgrounds, Front Royal, Virginia. That's October 9th and 10th. You can go to homesteadersofamerica.com to find out more information on that. Tickets are on sale right now, and that is another one. That one has 10 years this year that they've been going. So can't believe that one. That's the granddaddy of them all. That's one got all this crazy insanity kicked off. But anyway.
Yeah, there's a lot more events probably going around out there, but
There's
those are
a ton
primary
of
ones that's
these are ones that pop into my
right.
Facebook or somebody sends me, and I find out. And Edward, like I said, I will get the prep. I will get that Midwest Preparedness Project added in for that event, and encourage folks, go out and search Midwest Preparedness Project and read up on it. It's pretty cool stuff.
Yeah.
And yes, Chris, I agree. It's exciting to see all these amazing events. There is so much going on around the country, and wherever you live, and I know there's things I haven't even touched this year, don't know about.
So take a look at Serena.
I did. I just looked
That
at
was
that.
a relevant one. I thought we
You
should
can't
get
grow
to it.
potatoes and onions together because the onions will get in the potatoes' eyes and make them cry. Oh,
We don't want
we don't
crying
want the crying
potato.
potatoes.
No.
No. Oh, that is too funny. And Chris said, woohoo. Bro, I was talking earlier and I brought up, Homesteaders of America. The founder of that's Amy Fuel. Now, man,
Yeah.
you know who that is, and
Yep.
haven't met her, but I get stuff pops up all the time, and she's really kind of been putting a lot of content out and a lot of stuff out, variety of subjects, and recently, it was on some of the FDA, some of the rules change, stuff like that, trying to bring the fertilizer production back into the U.S. and glyphosates and some of that
And
stuff.
glyphosates.
Yeah,
So
and some others. I can't remember the other one that she mentioned. I don't have it pulled up. I didn't get in here in time to do that, but interesting take on it, and it's been a hot button issue because of what glyphosates. It's connected to Roundup. And some of those other
right.
harsh chemicals that have been known to cause problems, and it's showing up in our food. Imagine that.
Yeah, showing up on our food, but there's more to it than that. You're
Right.
looking at if they can't use glyphosates, they have to use other more labor intensive and expensive processes in order to keep the weeds out, is what I'm being told. Okay.
Right.
So if that's the case, it costs them more. What happens to us? They
Absolutely.
pass it
Trickle
down.
down.
Food gets higher. So I'd be interested to know at the tablers over there in chat, would you accept the risk of glyphosate in order to get cheaper food?
Mm.
Would you do that?
I think we've been doing it already.
I mean, this is true, which brings up something else that I want to talk about too. I mean, I don't know what they're going to do on the glyphosate thing, but if you're a food purist and you really care where your food comes from, there's a lot of stuff out there. We've talked about it a lot on the show. If you can't announce it, chances are it ain't natural. It ain't good for you.
Yeah.
But are there certain things that we should trust the science on, saying, well, the levels are not high enough to
Right.
affect the human,
Right.
physiology? So then lately, I don't know if you guys have seen this, but I would really like to know this whole issue about bread being different here in the United States now, off of the shelf, than it is in a lot of overseas places.
Right. Let me
Why does
see.
our bread last a very long time?
I don't know. That's crazy. I'm gonna pull something up.
Already.
Yeah. No, I mean it's cool. I mean, I know this is a little out of the norm. This is kind of not what we've been doing. And I'm gonna hit Edward real fast as far as something he said about planting, companion planting. Onions and peas won't work, but it's the only way he can get peas to grow.
Huh.
As soon as mid March, I put peas and onion sets in the ground. Hey, if it works for you, it works for you. Is the way I look at it. As
Was
long
there
as
any other reason not to?
I don't know. I mean, I love onions, and you can keep the peas, but
I like both.
yeah, I don't know. I've never cared for them. But anyway, I'm going to pull this up, bro. We're talking about this stuff with glyphosate. And
Glyphosate.
this is what Amy's article. Man, I don't know if I can read that. I don't know if it's gonna. If it is it readable, bro? I don't know.
Well,
Uh,
for me, it could
okay.
be.
Okay. Well, anyway, I'll have it up. This is from Progressive Farmer. Is who is where this article powered by DTN. So Progressive Farmer, whatever. Anyway, just giving credit to Chris Clayton and their ag policy. Anyway, giving credit to who did it. But anyway, President Trump. Um, Ag policy. Trump directs USDA to prioritize domestic glyphosate and phosphorus production. That's what has triggered off this most recent kind of thing because of the known things. And he invoked the Defense Production Act, glyphosate based herbicides, and elemental phosphorus as critical to national defense and ordered Ag Secretary Rick Rollins to prioritize and secure domestic supplies. And it also grants legal immunity to domestic producers to comply with federal directives. USDA authority to direct production, control, distribution if necessary. Um, so, what that boils down to, I'm going to stop sharing that because that's really, I just wanted to get what kicked all this off, right? What kicked all this stuff? Why Amy felt the need to explain the whole thing behind it with the glyphosate and the phosphorus. Both by themselves have problems. Together, they're even worse and in our food. But she was saying that basically if we lost that supply, that basically our food system, as far as the commercial produced food system that hits the store shelves, could collapse and cause famine. So that was, I don't know.
Well, I think that would be the argument for bringing them back.
Well, or for you continue, what her thing was saying was basically is we have to step this down. We have to get the farmer, get everybody. It's a step. It's a process. You can't just flip a switch. Now his reason
Seems
for
like that's what they did.
Well, yeah. Well, what they're wanting to do is bring it back inside the U.S.
Right.
because China and Ukraine and all that stuff was where we were getting all that stuff. And well, we know what's going on there. And so, not to get too off the reservation here tonight, but I mean, just it does affect. I'll say, why would you ever let that leave that affects if that affects your food supply chain? Why do you not?
Anything that affects the food supply chains affects national security. All
Right. And
so that's what we're talking about here.
Right. So, I don't want to get too heavy into it tonight. Just wanted to bring it up as food for thought. Things that people can kind of chew on, and kind of Keith and I have been talking about a little bit this week, and in some of our conversations, and part of what the Farm to Table Show is about is information and education, and we're doing a lot of listening this year, doing a lot of reading, a lot of paying attention to what's going on, trying to get a grip and figure out what's going on in this craziness. But and so I just, I felt like it's like, I'm firmly against those chemicals and they've proven to cause all kinds of problems. I mean, the Roundup lawsuits, all these different things and what they can cause. So, but, at the same time, when a system is built that depends on it. And how do you get out of that, until you figure out something different? And there's no financial motivation for the big corporates, the big food, big ag. There's no financial incentive for them to get out of it. So, what do you do? And,
Right. Right.
you know,
Yeah, their expenses goes up if they have to find alternative methods.
right. And
Yeah.
I think she said there's like 400 million acres under farming right now in the United States. So, I mean, that's a lot of crops. That's a lot of farmland, 200, 400. So it's a massive amount of number.
That is
And
that is seemingly huge. Right.
yeah. And I mean, when that's spread across a continent, I mean, it's a little different, but I mean, but yeah, anyway, that's kind of what's going on in the news, if you will, as far as food and ag, and kind of what's been getting a lot of attention, this last little bit, as far as that. And kind of when anytime the administration, no matter who it is, puts out a mandate or puts out a directive, it kind of, especially when it comes to that stuff, it does draw attention. So,
Right. Yeah, a little bit. And
okay.
it's a good question. I want to know it. And again, I want to know what's in our bread that
What's in our
makes it
bread?
last so long. And is there anything to the whole thing about like Australian bread is fresher and better for us than American bread, or the UK or England bread is better, and that sort of thing? Has anybody got any insight on that? Because I want to know, because ever since I heard that, my bread, I started thinking, this tastes like it's got plastic in it.
got you
Feel
concerned. Got you concerned, huh?
it does. It has me concerned because we've been like, oh my gosh, they make zero carb bread.
Right. Yeah, and I love it.
Yeah, there's some of it, especially Lewis brand. I like that. But
Yeah.
ever since I heard that, I thought, what are they putting in this? What kind of magic? What kind of
Well, I know.
voodoo magic
Right.
is in here that makes this zero carb to begin with, right?
Yeah,
But
we ain't figured out the voodoo on that one, but
yeah,
and
actually, I kind of have. What you can do is you can increase the fiber,
ah,
because the more fiber that you put into it,
the
it
zero
will,
net.
for every gram, I guess, of fiber, it takes off 1 gram of carb.
Right.
So
So
if you got a
enough
a
fiber, you
9
get the net.
carb slice, you can
Right.
have 9 carbs of fiber, and it's a net zero.
Well, there you go. Yeah, and that's the way that works. And so yeah, I know I tried it. Now, I'm not home a lot, so I don't, eat a ton of bread at home, but I liked it. Of course, I must confess that I smothered it with some strawberry and grape jam that our sister,
Oh,
uh,
you bad boy.
So okay, Edward has given us. I don't know if I can get all that on the. Okay, actually, I'm gonna have to. I don't know if I can get all that on the. I'm gonna hide that. I mean,
Oh
10 years
wow.
of applying pesticides in the tree and nursery industry, and every year I did a self examination of cognitive ability, and every year my memory got worse,
Hmm.
even though it was the same test every year, twice a year. I purchased hundreds of gallons of glyphosate every year, but there were other chemicals like gramoxone that were much more dangerous that are still on the shelves of a retail store under a different name, and a reformation of gramoxone is paraquat, which is what it was known as Agent Orange. They've reformulated it and called it Diquat. Wow. Oh, he's got,
Wow.
yeah. I mean, I got to be careful what we ask Edward now. I figured this out. No,
No, that's
no,
cool. It's good
no, it's
information.
good. I mean, and that's insider as somebody who's worked in the
But
around that.
that cognitive decline
Yeah,
after year, uh,
yeah,
wow, that's
uh,
no bueno.
not good at all. And I, of course, our brother Scott, worked in the landscaping business for a long
Yep.
time, and so that. I know he talked about some of that before
Right.
with
And he
his.
said it never affected him any.
Yeah.
Right.
Hey, listen, I had a guy back, man, that's been more than 15 years ago, back in the mid 2000s, so 20 years ago. Uh, there was this guy over where over by, I forget where he actually lived, but he was over in the Floor County. Anyway, he did, sprayed stuff. He did a lot of spraying for me on fence line and grass and things like that. And he's like, "Hey man, I got some stuff that you can't even buy anymore. It works." And it did. He wasn't lying. But dude, you should stare. If you want to talk about looking like a dude that played with the pesticides too much, I mean,
Oh no.
oh man, just the whole demeanor, everything. I was like, "Whoa, boy, be careful." But yeah, so Edward, I hope you haven't had too much. 10 years, that's a lot of time of working around that. But
Yeah, for
you know,
sure.
and especially, yeah, that's the thing is, the same company that makes Roundup was the same company that made Agent Orange. So
Oh wow. See,
yeah.
that's information I didn't even know.
Yeah, so
Huh.
crazy, huh? But anyway, us veterans talk. But anyway, uh, hey, there's Scott. Hey, welcome in,
Yeah,
bro.
talk about the
Yeah,
devil himself,
sterilizations to the
man.
soil. Yeah. Uh, hey, yeah. Red Dirt Rooster Road is up next. So they're going to be live behind us. If you can, y'all, Monty, Michelle, can y'all post your link in the comment or not? If you can, I, I've got my YouTube all closed up, so if I
Let
start
me see
trying to
if I
open
can
things,
open up a YouTube
you
here
might
real
be able to
quick.
do it. It causes me to. And let's see. Paraguay also had uses, or I'm assuming that means issues, uses for water. And be careful in Paraguay. Anyway, so yeah, Scott, I'm gonna, you're on with topic, brother. How you doing today? I know you've had a hard,
Rough week, man.
rough week. So in our you've been in our prayers and thoughts on that. Uh, let's see let's see what we got here. Tomatoes protect carrots from the carrot fly. Interesting. Hmm.
Bro, can you copy that link over there for some reason?
You
Even
talking
that
about?
one, huh? Can you see it? It's in
Oh, there it
private
is.
chat. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. They
Oh,
just
she got it. All right. Good job.
Robbie got it for us. Good job. Yeah, right there it is, Red Dirt Rooster Road. There's their YouTube link right there in the comments. Thank you, Robbie, with the wild huckleberry. And I'm glad you've had some good, some blessings. That's good. Scott, that's good, bro. Glad to see that. And let's say Keith and I both had you in our prayers, and
Well,
uh,
I had other topics that I wanted to cover, but we're running smooth out
well,
of
we've
time.
got like 3 minutes. Yeah, right. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I wanted to open up books
Uh-oh.
about
Books.
books that some people might be reading that they can recommend because, man, I have been all over the books this week, and
Mhm.
then just wanting to kind of get some people's feedback on some good books that they've been
Yeah.
reading.
Well,
Yeah.
you know what you need to do? You need to write that down. Write that down, so we can pop it up in 2 weeks and talk about it.
So my
Yeah.
grandmother used to say, "Why don't you write once in a while?" I'm like,
Uh,
she figured out after a while I
uh,
just am not a writer.
anyway, Scott said he got a 2001 Chevy Tahoe, loving it. God is good. Yes, he is. Yes, he is. So I'm glad you get some wheels going. So and let's see what Serena here. Did you know that pepper is half peas?
That's true.
That's true. That's true. It's half
Very,
peas.
very true.
Very
Yeah.
true. Half peas. Yep. Yep. Yep.
Yeah. So
Always count on Serena for some great little jokes and brain busters. Love it. Um,
I think we ought to roll into the next time. We should roll into the calendar right there
oh,
toward the
okay.
end of the program,
Okay.
and that way we can open up some other topics because we're pretty heavy into that the first half hour
Well,
on getting through everything.
you were late.
I know,
You were late. You were late.
I know, I
So
know.
I had to do what I had to do.
Hopefully, I got it figured out now.
I hope so, but we got 2 weeks to figure it out. So I mean um, but yeah, it is. Our time is coming to a close this week. Appreciate everybody jumping in, especially
Yeah,
those that got in the chat. We
good to
appreciate you
see
guys.
everybody.
Good to see you all. Appreciate the comments and the information and the conversation. If you don't have anything else going on, head on over to Red Dirt Rooster Road. Again, the link is there in the chat. They are on YouTube, Red Dirt Rooster Road, and they are live behind us tonight. Next week in this slot will be, of course, Rebecca touched base on. We will be back in 2 weeks.
In 2 weeks.
Lord willing, we will be back in 2 weeks and back here live. So appreciate everybody coming in, bro. We had some tech difficulties, but hey, we got it worked out. We got it done.
Gemini, I'm telling you.
And it's nice to see you too, Chris Dodge, y'all guys over there on the homestead. Y'all be safe over there. I've been watching on Facebook, keeping an eye on y'all on the fires and stuff. So pray for everybody in the Texas, Oklahoma, Kansas area with these wildfires that are going on. And I know there's other fires in other parts of the country as well right now, further up north and out west. So keep all those in your prayers. And everybody be safe out there this week. And, God bless everybody. We'll see you in a couple of weeks. And I guess we'll roll it on out here. It is 8 o'clock. Head on over to Red Dirt Rooster Road.
Red Dirt Rooster Road.
I'm gonna click this real quick because I got to read it. Grandmother sent me that pepper joke, and that's how she put it, minus the emojis before email came along. 12, 13, figured it out. Well, you figured it out, and we enjoyed it, so thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Serena.
And Scotty, next Sunday is your birthday. Well, we'll try. Maybe I'll try to be on somewhere else. Happy birthday to you, Lone Cross Scotty.
Birthday boy.
Celebrate it in style, brother, and we will see you all soon. Guys, we're going to check on out of here. So as we sign off every time, and it's more and more important each and every day, prepare for the unexpected.
And keep it local.
All right, everybody. You all have a great week. We will see y'all later. We're going to hand this to Hank to take us on out of here.
No humans were harmed in the production of this podcast.